Okay, guys. So in this video, I'm just going. Well, in the last video, we went over how to create a waffle structure, and then also, well, in the last videos, right? How to create a waffle structure, and then also the drawings that you guys will be using. Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to show you how to create the 3D print file. So you guys can start. So you guys can uh start creating those files and you can actually 3D print the waffle structure. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna focus on the waffle structure, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select it. So I'm gonna select everything, and then I'm gonna go to File, and then Export Selected, and then I'm just gonna name it waffle structure 3D print. Okay, so I'm just gonna save it, right? Make sure you guys know where you save it, uh, which folder you save it to, because you guys are gonna need access to it. So once you save it, in my case, I save it on my desktop. So you guys are gonna open it, and then you guys can move this closer to the origin point, which is the intersection of the y-axis and the x-axis, and this is wherever they intersect, that's the origin point. So now, one thing to note, and this is very important, guys. Um, what I like to do, guys, is, well, first of all, the 3D printer works in millimeters. And right now, if you guys noticed, we're working in inches. So if we were to save this file for 3D printing, um, let's say, so I'm just gonna measure it really quick. So from here to here, so it's 4 inches, right? So if we were to 3D print, if we were to save this file as it is for 3D printing, since the 3D printer only reads or only understands millimeters, what what it's gonna do is it's gonna think that those 4 inches, right, are 4 millimeters. So it's gonna create like a super small model, and you guys don't want that. So before we do anything else, we need to change the units. So from inches to millimeters, right? So I'm gonna type units, and then uh I'm gonna select millimeters, and then hit OK. In this case, guys, this is right now. Well, I'm sorry. I'm working on Rhino 8. Most of you guys will be working in Rhino 7, and this pop-up window is a little different. Okay? So in my case, I'm gonna leave it as it is. So change unit system only. So a 1 inch box becomes a 1 millimeter box. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep this one. So change unit system and maintain object sizes. So 1 inch box becomes a 25.4 millimeters, which is the same as, which is the equivalent, right? So I'm just gonna hit OK. In your case, guys, you're only gonna have two options, either yes or no. Just hit yes, and that should keep the size of your object or your cube. Okay, and then I'm just gonna hit OK. So just to make sure, guys, we have the correct size and dimensions. So let me do calculator. So calculator. So 1 inch, it's equal to 25.4 millimeters. So in my case, if you guys remember, this guy measures 4 inches. So I'm gonna multiply 4 inches by 25.4, and that's equal to 101.6. So if I measure this guy again, distance should give me 101. Okay, 101. So that way we know we're good to go. Okay, So if for some reason, guys, um, whenever you guys measure this and it's not the correct size, you guys can scale it up. So I'm gonna do it really quick. Let's pretend I'm gonna leave this guy right here, and then I'm just gonna create a copy, and then I wanna make it smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Let's say that for some reason, whenever you export it and you measure the distance, when you change the units and then measure the distance, and then it gives you a different number, we can always scale everything up. So what we can do is we can select your object and then scale. Then we're gonna select this point and this point, and I know that from this point to this point, it should measure 4 inches, which is equal to 101.6 millimeters, right? So what I can do is I can just scale it. So from this point to this point, and then just type 101.6 and then enter, and that should fix the problem. Okay, so there is that. Okay, so once you have your object uh with the correct dimensions and everything, what I like to do is I like to select it, and then I'm gonna boolean union. So I'm just gonna create one piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna create one piece, right? It's just one thing. It's joint. So what I like to do is I like to join it and then make it a mesh. So select your object and then type mesh. Just hit OK. Don't change anything. And now if we select this and then we can move one on the side. If you guys notice, you guys are gonna see one of the objects with a lot of little triangles. That's your mesh. So if you select it, you're gonna see that up here that it says mesh. So once you have this guy, we can just select it and then go to file, and then we're gonna do export selected. This time we want STLs. It's an STL file. Then you guys can name it waffle structure 3D print. And then just save it. Once you guys save it, let's go ahead and save. Well, just leave anything as it is. Like, I'm sorry, everything as it is. Just hit OK. And then we can save this guy so we don't lose any information in case of anything. I can close this. And now you guys are gonna see, well, it's gonna be an STL file. Okay, in this case, mine has this icon right here because I have a 3D printer installed. But you guys should have this STL file. So whenever you guys have this STL, this is the file that you guys will take to the 3D to the makerspace, and you guys are gonna give them this file for 3D printing. And that's it for this video.